everyone, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm really glad that you found me. I'm Bryner. I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. This is my second day of reserve. Today, I am on call from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Actually, my shift hasn't even, the wind. So actually, my shift hasn't even started yet because it's only 4 p.m. here in New York. I probably told you guys in my last video that I'm based in New York City. So I'm actually staying at my brother's right now in Long Island, which is just like a 20-minute drive from the airport. It's like an hour commute on the train. So that's how I'm planning to get to all of the airports while I'm stationed up here. I did put in a transfer, not sure when I'm gonna get it, but for now we are in New York, which is fine. I actually really enjoy the city. I actually really enjoy this area too. You can see we have this really cute pond with all these geese. So yesterday was my first day on reserve. I was on reserve from 5 a.m. yesterday to 5 p.m. I did do some aggressive bidding, which is like where you raise your hand basically and just say, I want to be called, please call me. So I put in a couple aggressive bids. I didn't get anything. They didn't call that many people yesterday off of the reserve list. I keep checking my phone because my award for tomorrow is supposed to come out at 4 p.m. I feel like people think that we just have a schedule that comes out every month, and that is not the case. I'm on straight reserve for this whole year, so I actually only find out what my days off are when the schedule comes out for the month. From there, I find out at 4 p.m. each day what my assignment will be for the next day. I did put in a lot of bids for a lot of different trips, a lot of like 3-day, 4-day trips since I am on reserve until January 3rd. But since I am so junior, I probably won't get any of them. All of the junior flight attendants are usually assigned like the last thing that nobody wants, and I am quite literally the 5th most junior person at my base. I think there's like a few girls that are in my class actually, 22, 29, who I know are below me on the list, but for the most part I'm the most, like one of the most junior people in New York right now. It's all good. I'm gonna head back while it's still light out. I will let you guys know when I do get my wrap assignment for tomorrow, or trip sequence, you never know. Okay, I just got assigned wrap C for tomorrow. That means that I'm gonna be on call until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna be on call again starting at noon. So I'll be on call tomorrow from noon until midnight. I really hope that I get a trip because I'm gonna be kind of sad not being able to go out on New Year's if I'm not on a trip. Like having to stay in Long Island on New Year's Eve is gonna be like kind of sad. So everybody keep hoping that I get a trip. I'm gonna stay positive because we're gonna get a trip. I need to put that energy into the universe. I will update you guys if anything happens. Hey everyone, happy New Year's Day. As you can see, I finally got a trip. I am flying to Chicago, leaving in about an hour and a half. I was really early because I wanted to go ahead and get here. Wasn't exactly sure where I was going. We made it, all is well. We have 2 legs today, so we're going to Chicago, and then we're flying from Chicago to Charlotte. And the layover tonight is actually in Charlotte. Kind of ironic that my first trip is where I actually live. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really good. There's 2 boys that are on the crew that were in my training class. Kind of glad that I'll have them with me. They're, you know, new and figuring it out as well. I'm position 3, which just means that I help the number 1 in the front and also help a little bit in the back with the 2 and the 4. So I think it'll be a good position for me because I'm not really confident in the galley yet, and I'm also not confident in first class. Tomorrow we have a turn to Raleigh, which is also, you know, funny because that's where I'm like from. So doing a turn to Raleigh, which just means that we leave Charlotte, go to Raleigh, stay on the same plane, go from Raleigh back to Charlotte, and then fly from Charlotte back to JFK. In New York, you can be based out of, or technically I'm based out of LaGuardia, but we can fly out of JFK, LaGuardia, or Newark. So today my flight is going out of JFK. It's just funny because people will like ask me questions about the airport. Like they'll be like, oh, what stop do I get off at on the air train for this? I'm like, I don't know, I've literally ridden the train twice, but I'm not gonna say that because I'm wearing the uniform. People think that I know what's going on, so I'm just like, oh yeah, like if you just look at the board it tells you. I don't know, but anyways, I am gonna drink my Starbucks. I got a matcha latte with oat milk. because I needed like a hot drink. Kind of chilly outside. I will talk to you guys either when I get to Chicago or more likely probably when I get to Charlotte. See you guys soon.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night beneath the mistletoe. It's cold.
Hey guys, good morning. I did not vlog last night when I got back because I literally got back at like almost 12:30. I got in kind of late from Chicago, but I'm actually at my apartment in Charlotte. It's a mess. I spent this morning kind of ish organizing the kitchen. I didn't really have that much time. As usual, I'm running a little bit behind. So I gotta go to the airport. We are doing a Raleigh turn today. So just to Raleigh, right back to Charlotte, and then back to JFK. Should be a pretty quick and easy day, but I will try to update you guys more when I get back to the airport. All right, so funny story. I'm back in my apartment. I just got in from New York. All right, we need to talk, actually. I'll tell you what's been going on for the past 24 hours because commuting is stressful. Everyone's probably like, oh, Briner, commuting is stressful? You knew that. They told you that. It's true. I mean, I believed it. I think I just needed to like see it for myself. I just walked in the door. I'm already like in my pantry that only has microwavable mac and cheese and granola from Bali in it. I am gonna get settled in really quick and then I will update you guys on what has been going on for the past 24 hours. All right, I changed into some comfy clothes and now I can tell you guys what's going on. So first of all, this is what my bed situation is looking like right now. I literally just put like this blanket that's on the ground and then this comforter and like this clean blanket on last time I was here and just slept on that because I was so exhausted when I got back here after my flight. So cleaning the sheets and then I'm gonna make the bed and then I'll probably just go to sleep and then deal with unpacking more in the morning. It's already 10:20, so it's been kind of a long day. It took me 5 hours to get from my brother's place in New York to get here. All right, so here's what happened. I'm gonna tell you guys while I'm making my mac and cheese. Yesterday when I left, got to the airport, did the Raleigh turn, everything was good, everything was on schedule, and then we got back to Charlotte and it took us a while to get up to JFK. Why does yesterday feel so long ago? I like can't even remember now. So we were like, I think like an hour and a half delayed getting out of Charlotte. We got back at like 10:30. The flight itself was like, it went well, it was smooth. And then I had to take the train home, which took like another hour. I didn't end up getting home until like 12:30, I think. That's why I didn't film last night, because when I got home, I was so tired. Like, I think I'm just gonna have to get used to flying like all the time because I was exhausted and we didn't even really work that much. I mean, it was 3 legs, but we didn't even do service for 2 of them. So I don't know why I was so tired, but I was really tired. This morning, I woke up at like 11. I found out yesterday at like 4:30 that I was on Wrap C, which Wrap C is from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Well, I haven't not made a microwavable mac and cheese in years. I'm so excited. It's the Annie's one too, the white cheddar. So this morning I just kind of hung out until I had to like get ready for my flight, but I knew that I was going to be on call until midnight and you're not allowed to leave base if you're on call. Like if I got caught being on a base, I'd be in big trouble. So I came up with a plan. I saw that all of the 1-day sequences went out by, I think it was 4:30 p.m. I was like, all right, I can list myself for the 6:55 flight. And then I called crew scheduling right before I had to take the train to LaGuardia. And I was like, I saw that all of the 1-day sequences went out for the day. So is there any way that I could be released from my wrap? And she was like, it's a little bit too early for that, so call me back at 1900. So I was like, I'm so sorry, but my flight that I'm listed for is at 6:55, and there was only one flight after that that was going out to Charlotte, and it was out of JFK, and it was at 7:25. And I looked at the priority list, and there was like a lot of people in front of me and 0 seats on the flight. So I was like, I'm sorry, I'm listed for the 6:50 flight. Is there any way that I can call back before then? And she was like, yeah, no problem, call back right before the flight. So I started heading to LaGuardia, not even knowing if I was gonna get on this flight. I was just like, well, hopefully crew scheduling releases me. I mean, we'll see. So I get to LaGuardia. I took 2 trains and a bus to get to LaGuardia because we're doing public transportation so that we don't have to pay $65 to $70 for an Uber. You can probably hear the microwave behind me. It sounds like a spaceship. I finally got to the gate at like, you know, they're boarding. They're on like group 5 and I got an email saying that I had a confirmed seat on the flight. So that problem was solved. I already had a confirmed seat on the flight. I didn't have to worry. I had a confirmed seat. So I'm like waiting until like there was maybe like 30 people left to board, and I called crew scheduling and I got the exact same girl that I was talking to earlier, and I just said, this is Bryner again. I was just wondering if there's any way that I could be released from my wrap. And then she was like, yeah, I'll call you back. I'll look into it. I said, okay. Great, thank you. So I'm standing there and it's been 10 minutes and she hasn't called me back. So I like walk up to the gate agent and I was like, hi, I'm here. I'm Sealy, you know, checking in, but I don't know if I'm released off of my wrap yet. I'm trying to get released. How long like until you guys absolutely have to close the door? He's like 5 minutes. So I'm standing there like still waiting and he's like, okay, like you have 1 minute. We're about to close the door. So I called crew scheduling again, literally with them on speakerphone so that this guy can hear, like, I'm trying, I'm trying, like, please let me on this flight. I got a different girl, not the same girl that I had talked to earlier. So I'm like, hi, this is Flight Attendant Sealy. I already talked to blank, your coworker, and I was just wondering if I could be released off of my wrap. I'm here trying to commute and it's final boarding call. And she's like, yeah, 1 second. Puts me on hold. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it on this flight. I'm gonna have to go all the way back to Long Island, spend over an hour commuting back to Long Island. I'm not gonna make it on this flight. I was like so stressed out. She answers literally as like the last person is going down. Like they had to specially let him in. And she goes, hi, Miss Sealy. Yeah, of course I can release you from your wrap. And I'm like, hallelujah. So the gate agent heard me say that. He scans me in. I'm like running down the jet bridge because like they don't want to take a delay and I respect that. You know, I wasn't gonna argue with them if it was after they absolutely had to close the doors. So that's why it was like literally this was the absolute last second. And they shouldn't take a delay for me because I was technically on a wrap. I got so lucky. Like I'm so grateful that I even was able to make it here tonight. So that's why I'm back in Charlotte. Alex is getting in on the red eye. He'll be here at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning is when his flight gets in. That is how my first trip went. It literally consisted of me flying here, being here for 12 hours, going back to JFK, and then returning here literally the next day, which I'll be honest, it was like a really easy sequence to do. All the passengers were really cool. We didn't have any like, you know, anything really bad that happened. So yeah, I'm very grateful that my first trip went well. All right, y'all, I just heard the dryer stop, so I'm going to make my bed, eat my mac and cheese, and go to bed because tomorrow Alex and I actually have to drive all the way back to Raleigh to do some other stuff that goes along with our moving. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're new here, please subscribe because I am gonna start posting more consistently now that I'm out of training and now that I have a little bit more free time sitting at home on wraps. All right, y'all, bye, see you next time.